Hello everyone. Resignation Approval Request app will help user in managing the resignation of the employees. In this module, employee can create a resignation and submit it to the manager, and the manager will approve that and it will move to the HR approval. And once it is approved, then it will be moved the resignation to the stage of employee resignation. Once the employee resigns, the notice period complete, that employee will be deactivated and they can see those employees in the achieved state. Now, after installing this module, you can see that I am in the Alvin user. This user is a normal user. So let's create a resignation for this Alvin user. So for that, you can see the request for resignation module. Let's get into that where you can see the list of resignations. So to create a new one, you can just click on the new option which is available here. And in this page we need to give an employee name, so this name is an Alvin. So once you enter the name of the employee, it will fetch all the details which we have already entered in the employee details. Okay, so here we need to give a resignation reason. So once a resignation reason added, now let's submit this to the manager. So now you can see that the unique code will be generated for this particular employee resignation. Now it will be waiting for an manager approval. You can see the stages will be changed from draft to manage approval in this page. Now let's log in as a manager. Now you can see that I'm in the login of John. This John will be the manager. So let's get into the settings where you can see the user and companies. So I'll show you the user access rights that I have defined for each and every users. So this is the user John, and where you can see the resignation rights will be the manager, and we have the other rights named HR. Okay, and John will be the manager, and here you can see that the Mohit will be the HR. Okay, now we are in the login of manager. So let's get into the request where you can see the request of Alvin. Let's get into that, and here you can see the manager can view all the details. Okay, and once they have checked everything, so they can send this particular request to the HR, and they have an rejection option there. We can reject from here itself. Okay, so for reject, just we need to give a reject reason, and you can set in reject reason right away here. Now let's submit this to the HR. So now you can see that it will be in the stages of submit to HR stage. So we need to log in as a HR then. Now we are in the login of HR, that is Mohit Rana. So let's get into that request which is created by Alvin. So the HR will have a responsible to add a checklist. So this checklist will be created from the employee page. So let's get into that employees. Under the configurations, we can see an checklist. Okay, so here I have created the checklist with the name as well as in the description. Okay, so once the HR will be created that checklist will be automatically reflected here in this employee resignation page. Okay, so once this person will submit all that checklist that you have added. Okay, so you can see that checklist will be completed now. Well, so once every checklist will be done, now let's approve this, and we have the rejection option like here, and you can give the rejection reason. Once it is done, you can set a rejected reason from here. Okay, now let's approve, and here you can see the notice period date. So I'm going to give the notice period date as 1 2. The end date will be in today. Okay, the yesterday. So I'm going to set a notice period, and here you can see the final resignation approve will be in yesterday. Okay, so you can see that it will be changed the states to resign, and now this employee will not be seen there. This employee will be in the achieved state. Now let's get into the employee module where you can see and all the employees. Okay, and under the filter you can see the achieved one, where you can see the same employee will be there in the achieved state. Now let's see the workflow of the reject. So for that, let's create one resignation, see and reject resignation option. Okay, so now let's get into that where you can see the reject reason. So from here we need to give in resignation reject reason. So once this is done, let's set and reject reason. So now you can see that the reject reason will be automatically added in that particular employee resignation. There will be an print option. All details of this particular employee resignation will be there in this print. So let's print that employee resignation report. So here you can see that all the informations about this particular employee resignation will be there along with the checklist and the notice period date. So in this way, we can make use of this module to managing the resignation of the employees. If you have any queries regarding this video, you can ask in the comment box. We will definitely solve your queries. And if you feel this video is helpful to you, you can like this video and subscribe our YouTube channel for more Odoo related updates. Thanks for watching.